Oh yes! Happy Sunday! It is I, your host, Pogo Kiddo, with yet another amazing, informative, educational episode of Redstone Lapis Lazuli. Oh, damn! See, it's what happens when you set up in like 1 minute before the show starts. Like, I'm not joking, dudes. I'm still waiting for my coffee to finish. Like I'm not even ready. Hold on. All right. Let's see if that's enough light. See, I didn't set up the light. I didn't set up the camera. I didn't do nothing. I wasn't even ready. I woke up early around like 6 o'clock. Back to game. I woke up early around 6 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, I got myself ready, and then I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna lay down for a little bit. I'm just gonna rest my eyes. And then bam, an hour and a half goes by. So yeah, that's a no bueno. Turn this down a little bit. Alright. Okay. So here I am on top of the nether roof. My plan, eventually, is to start bringing up the material and transporting it to the place that we need to go in order to make my gold farm. To make the gold farm. And that's going to take some time. See, not all of Minecraft is like super fun. A lot of times it's just, yeah. A lot of times it's, tedious stuff, but you do what you got to do, I guess. Any iron? No iron. So yeah, I haven't really done a whole bunch of stuff in here, to be honest. I've been working on real life things. And it takes a lot of my energy. It sucks almost all my energy out. Okay, we need slabs. A lot of slabs. Okay, no. I know where I'm gonna get that stuff. Iron. Okay, anyways, I have a list of stuff I need to transport. Not here. Because I'm not ready, because everything just happened so fast. In fact, did I even get my coffee started? Let me check. Okay, yeah, my coffee's going. All right. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. So what are we talking about today? I haven't really done much on my farm. I haven't done anything in Minecraft. So as much as I would love to show off all of my Minecraft goodies, I haven't really played much Minecraft lately. So instead, let me get right into it. Let me go someplace safe. This isn't safe. But it's a great view. I mean, you can see everything. Okay, the iron farm works from over here. Oh, that's great. I can look at the iron farm from here. Okay, let's start from here. So, guys, or folks, yeah, I had an interesting conversation the other day. So the other day, what was it? Friday night in Salem, Black Lives Matter Salem, decided to have a vigil for all the trans people murdered by the police. Because yeah, I mean, it's good that we're talking about how the police murder black Americans and minorities, indigenous people, people of color. And it's good that we're talking about this, but we can't lose sight of the fact that trans people are especially vulnerable. Trans people are especially vulnerable. And that's because they suffer not only from racism, but also from patriarchy. So you might go like, wait, what are you talking about? Patriarchy and trans. Okay, so when we say patriarchy is the idea that that there are only two genders, and that the roles are very, very specific, and that if you try to break the specific roles, you're causing problems, and society will pressure you to conform. So trans people are they don't adhere to the paradigm of only two genders. Trans people are like, well, no, hey, let me check this out for myself. Let's see how I feel. Okay, how I feel is different than what society is telling me I ought to be. So, like, and that becomes a big problem for a lot of trans people. I mean, it causes a lot of anguish, a lot of pressure. And if you want to know what it's like to be deviant, the pressure, if you want to know the kind of pressure someone feels like when they're being deviant in society, it's real easy for just anyone to figure it out, to get a little taste of it. All you have to do is, when you go in an elevator with other people, you know how everyone walks in an elevator and then they turn around and face the door? The door is closed, like nothing happens, but everyone goes in and turns around. The next time you go into an elevator with other people that are strangers, go in there and don't turn around. Just face the wall as you walked in. And everyone else will turn around, but you will look at the wall. And that funny feeling you get when you're doing something different from everyone else, and those funny looks you get from other people when you're not doing what everyone else is doing, that's social pressure. And that's a little tiny taste of what it's like to be trans. Because trans people, they're like, oh yeah, I feel this way. This is the way I ought to be. But then society says, no, we impose this regimen on you. You have to follow this. And if you don't follow it, we're going to look at you funny. Well, they can do a lot worse than that, right? Trans people get murdered. Trans people's rights are violated all the time. What? What's going on? That's an arrow. I was getting shot. Oh, from the skeleton right here. He's chilling under here. Oh, look, and a creeper. 2 creepers. Look at this. No wonder my farm isn't working. Get rid of these boats here. Yeah, they're taking my mob cap. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so we can't lose sight of the fact that our most vulnerable populations are being attacked by the police, and trans people fit that criteria, right? They're not only are they non-typical for their, not only do they defy the traditional gender regime, the gender thing, framework, but they're also generally, well, also a lot of them are minorities. So they have the racial component on top of the gender component. So Friday, Black Lives Matter decided, let's spend some time. Was it Friday? Yeah, it was Friday. I said, Black Lives Matter Salem decided to spend some time to honor those people who were murdered by the police because they were transgendered. Those Black Americans who were murdered by police for being transgendered. And it was pretty good. It was pretty cool. Let me see if I can find it. It's a tiny picture. Yeah. Mia Green. And then we went to the Capitol and wrote their names on the steps and left candles. So yeah, we're trying to raise awareness of... Ooh, that's really good. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Lol. I like the silhouette. Okay. Well, that wasn't specifically, but that was another day. But yeah. Ow. They Eddie's still in there. He puts the seeds in the composter. I don't know if he's ever going to drop me wheat. Come on, Eddie. Here, we can go grab some stuff. Get some bone meal. Oh, is my coffee ready? That's what I really need. I really need coffee. All right, if I bone meal all this stuff for you, you can make unlimited bread, and then your stuff will be full, and then you can start making wheat for me. So if I just bone meal everything, yeah, see that? Look at it, it was sitting there. Yep, a lot of it's just sitting there. Now he's not picking it up. Excellent. Okay. All right, all right. Stay in there. Okay. There, the whole thing's full. I want to see you pick some wheat, and I want to see it lay in the ground. He's like, no, I want to leave. All right, well, we'll just stare at him for a bit. He's like, you missed one. Harvest the wheat, damn it. Look at, just harvest it. It's right there. It's all ready, just harvest it. Look, he won't harvest the wheat. He's like, I won't do it. Well, maybe if I'm not watching you, you'll do it. Check the input here. Oh man, look at, I must be full. No, what's going on? Why are those carrots flowing so far? I don't understand. Pumpkins for days. I'm full of those carrots. Oh man. Okay, let me go to bed here. What else we got? Oh, I'm tired. Not even ready for this show. I mean, I kind of am, but here, let me stop this music. Let me get some coffee. Hot. Okay. All right. So, Black Lives Matters did a tribute, or did a vigil for black trans people who were murdered by police on Friday. Then on Saturday, in the daytime, Black Lives Matters organized a cleanup of Bush Pasture Park. So a bunch of BLM people show up at the park with plastic bags and work gloves to pick up trash. But simultaneously, on the other side of the park, there were Proud Boys. The Proud Boys were having a gathering. The Proud Boys. Here, what do they look like? Proud Boys, PB1. So I went to go check out what the rally looked like, and I saw people walking around, their people, walking around with bats, with weapons, and helmets. What are you guys doing showing up at a park with helmets and weapons and vests and tactical vests and bats? Like, what's going on? Like, what are you doing that requires that kind of equipment? Then I noticed I was being followed. I was being followed by these two guys. Look at, he's got the helmet on and the gloves, the fighting gloves, and that guy just looks like he's ready to brawl. And then over here, look at, you got your guys with the bats and weapons and all sorts of stuff. They're all patrolling throughout the park. like they were having a rally or something up at the southern end, and they were dressed for a fight. And then one of them followed me all the way back. And then they saw the group. You can see in his hand he's holding pepper spray. You see that pepper spray? So that guy is armed. They're all carrying weapons. All these Proud Boys, they're a gang, right? They're a violent gang, and they're carrying weapons. These guys are brown shirts. And yeah, they went to scout us out.
Look at the weapon. He's got a pepper spray in his hand. You see it? That orange can? That orange can is pepper spray.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys were following me and like fucking shouting at me, trying to get me to stop and engage them. And I accidentally led them back to the group. But the group is tight and they're cool. These motherfuckers though, they were like seriously following me. Oh, he put away his weapon. Yeah, but you saw it, right? That orange canister, that was mace, pepper spray. People get shot for that shit.
So yeah, they're just trying to start a fight, trying to get in a fight, because they have weapons and they outnumber. That's why.
Welcome to the modern brown shirts. Modern brown shirts. Modern brown shirts.
Yep. And then so that was one example, and then later on they patrol. They're patrolling the park with AR-15s. They're patrolling the park in the middle of the day in a city with AR-15s.
We don't litter, dude. You guys on that wagon? Oh, no, you didn't litter. It was a trash can. I'm just letting you know you dropped it. Oh, you're searching. Why'd you go dumpster diving, dude? I don't drink that fucking shit. You don't drink this?
Do you see those weapons they're carrying? Look at those guns. Though, I mean, that's outrageous. That's outrageous. What is their purpose? To intimidate. That's why they walked by our group, to intimidate us with the weapons. They're a gang. So yeah, they got a German Shepherd dog, whatever, but they got these fucking weapons, and they're wearing helmets. Dude, they're a gang. They are a gang. They're here to cause problems. Proud Boys. These are the modern day equivalents of the Nazi brown shirts. So these guys are Nazis, just in the American way. They're American Nazis. Yeah, these guys are American Nazis. So that happened. But you see how that guy had pepper spray? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's 2? 1, 1, 2. 11. Oh, I lost the beginning. Okay, so you remember what happened in Denver, right? In Denver, this Proud Boy guy confronted as a private security guard for the press. I should do it this way. This guy confronted a private security guard. He put hands on the private security guard. You see him slap him. And he's holding pepper spray. You see he's holding pepper spray? And he slapped the guy. And the guy used his pepper spray. And in response, the security guard fired his gun. And this is the guy dying. There's his pepper spray in his hand, and that's it. What's this one? From another perspective. Hold on. It's not. It's only one side. Tools, audio, stereo mode, mono. There we go. All right. So.
Don't touch me. I'm standing my ground. Don't touch me.
That guy was in Salem. That's funny.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. You don't got the right to touch me.
That guy's gonna get shot later on.
Find out. Don't touch me. Find out. Trying to find out. Trying to find out, son. You're too soon. Stand down.
You guys knock it off.
Trying to find out, bro.
You got a cop coming up behind you ready to gun in your head.
Go ahead. That's your warrant. I'm standing my ground. I have the right to be here. So do we. So do we. He doesn't have the fucking right. Show me, bro. Show me this. Don't touch me. Touch me one more time. You're going to get it.
Break it up.
Touch me.
Break it up.
Makes me.
See, he's got the mace out.
Walk up to me and fucking makes me. Makes me.
Be gone.
Makes me. I got the right to stand my ground.
You got the right to
Go ahead and makes me. Go ahead and makes me. Don't touch me, old man. You touch me, old man.
Don't try.
So the guy's got a weapon and is like threatening people with it.
Find out.
This is not a
Fuck
place
around
for
and find
cameras.
out.
Get your cameras out of here. I'm gonna you up. Don't fucking touch me.
Security for 9 news! Security for 9 news! That guy was gonna get me. Got it.
So yeah. So that dude deployed pepper spray and got shot. So remember in Portland, the same thing happened in Portland. Michael Renault was being attacked with pepper spray, and he shot the guy with police or with a gun. So the same thing happened in Portland. It just wasn't recorded by the police as easily, but it was recorded, so you can see it here. Watch. So this is what happened in Portland when the Trump supporter got shot. Okay, hold on. It happens real quick, you see? So let me slow it down. Tools, playback, speed, slower. And then we're gonna zoom in. Can I zoom in on just that part? No, let's see. Will it work? No, I can't. Oh, I have to expand it. That's right. I remember how to do it. Do it like this. Okay, so I don't know if you can see my cursor, but the guy on the left, let's see. The guy in the white is the guy, let me see again. Okay, yeah, the guy in the white moving to the right is Michael Renault. And the guy coming up in the black with the pepper spray is Jay Bishop. And you can You see, Jay Bishop comes up to them and shoots out pepper spray. And then right after that, he gets shot. So the same thing happened here that happened in Denver. Remember? So watch. Slow it down again. View, speed. Slower. Okay, watch. There's two people walking. One's in white and the other's in black, but you can't see them so well. And then another guy from the parking garage is walking toward these two people, Michael Reynolds and the other guy. And the guy in the black walking toward them uses his pepper spray. Watch. So here comes the pepper spray, and here comes the gunshot. Watch again. So they're crossing the street, and another guy is walking toward them, and he shoots pepper spray at them. They're crossing the street, and a guy comes toward them and shoots pepper spray at them. The pepper spray, the gunshot. And everyone's running away now. But let's watch again. The guy is walking from the parking garage toward the two people, and the two people are crossing the street. And as he walks towards them, he shoots pepper spray at them. All right, he's going to shoot the pepper spray, and then he's going to shot. Okay, that's what happened in Portland. But when the feds went up to go get him, to go arrest him, they just murdered him. They just executed him. They didn't try to arrest him. They just killed the guy. They just killed Michael Reynolds. They just killed him for doing the same thing that this security guard did. The same thing. So what happens next remains unclear. Make me smaller. So what happens next remains unclear. Even amongst law officials, enforcement officials who participated. One deputy U.S. Marshal told investigators with the Thurston County Sheriff's Office that Reynolds pointed a gun at him. Another deputy marshal told detectives that Reynolds had his hand on his pistol and was in the process of pulling the gun out of his pocket when the officers fired. The gun was in Reynolds' right front pants pocket when detectives recovered it. So he was in the process of pulling it. Why is the gun in his pocket if he was pulling it out? If his gun was coming out, why was it in his pocket? Why wasn't it flying out somewhere else? I think these marshals are lying. These marshals are lying. Civilian eyewitnesses interviewed by Oregon Public Broadcasting and ProPublica and other public statements offered similarly inconsistent and sometimes conflicting recollections. They agree that they heard no warning from federal agents and saw no flashing lights that indicated the arrival of law enforcement. Just a fusillade that one neighbor likened to a scene out of a video game Call of Duty. Fusillade, I think. That word means a bunch of gunshots. Boom, 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 boom. Reynolds, 48, died in the street from gunshot wounds to the head and torso. The shots were fired by two Pierce County Sheriff's deputies, a Lakewood police officer, and a Washington State Department of Corrections employee, all deputized by the U.S. Marshals Service and serving on a Tacoma-based fugitive task force, a common and standard procedure among local federal partnerships. The U.S. Marshal was also part of the team, but did not fire. Another eyewitness offered a plausible explanation for why Reynolds might have pointed a handgun at the deputy marshals who had come to arrest him. The witnesses unnamed in the story because she said she fears reprisals, was pedaling her exercise bike in her apartment when she heard the first shots. She unstrapped her feet and hurried to her picture window. She thought the shooters, buff white men dressed in khakis and ballistic vests and armed with rifles, looked less like law enforcement officers than members of a right-wing militia. Perhaps, she said, Reynolds might have mistaken the lawmen for the far right-wing vigilantes he feared were hunting him. So the cops look just like the militias. The militias just look like the cops, and they do the same thing. They kill people for no reason.
We sent in the U.S. Marshals. Took 15 minutes, it was over. 15 minutes, it was over. We got him. They knew who he was. They didn't want to arrest him. And
they did want to arrest him.
That ended.
Really?
Anyway, and they called themselves peaceful protesters.
The police aren't peaceful, not at all. What, the police call themselves peaceful protesters? That's dumb. Police are super violent. Police are very violent. They're not peaceful protesters at all. Yeah, no, they don't call themselves peaceful protesters. No, the police are really violent. So they didn't intend on arresting the guy. They wanted to murder him. I think Trump ordered that.
We sent in the U.S. Marshals. Took 15 minutes, it was over.
Right. So it was an execution. He didn't get his due process. He wasn't arrested and tried and before a judge and a jury. It wasn't that. He was executed. He was executed by hitmen.
15 minutes, it was over.
Oh, professional hitmen. That took 15 minutes.
Got him. They knew who he was. They didn't want to arrest him.
Oh, they knew who he was, and they said, oh, we don't need a judge. We don't need a jury. We don't need this U.S. legal system. We're a gang, and we're going to just murder this guy because we're hitmen. Oh, thank you, Donald Trump. Donald Trump admits to political assassinations. Thank you, Donald Trump. You're a piece of crap. You're going to jail, Trump. You're going to jail.
15 minutes, that ended. Anyway, and they called themselves peaceful protesters.
Yeah, right? Oop. It won't let me in now. Watch. Oh, yeah, okay. So, yeah. So Trump ordered the murder of a guy. Trump is a dictator. So if you follow Trump, you're a Nazi. Those Proud Boys are Nazis. And here Trump is defying the U.S. Constitution, legal due process, in order to murder a guy he doesn't like. A guy who did the same thing that the security guard did. The same exact thing. The same thing. There were no difference. This dude shot pepper spray and then got shot. The Jay Bishop shot pepper spray and got shot. It's the same thing. Except Donald Trump got to assassinate someone. So, the man in white and another man dressed in black can be seen. Oh, okay. This is the Jay Bishop. This is the Portland rally. We're talking about the Portland shooting. So the man in white and another man dressed in black can be seen crossing the street. I don't think they're going to confront anybody. They're shouting to be heard, but in the second video, the audio is clearer. A man who Mr. Papas later contends is the gunman shouts, "Hey, we got some right here. We got a couple right here." Huh. So the gunman, the guy, Michael Reynolds, and his friend are walking across the street. And this dude is coming up on him. And somebody, Mr. Papas, says, the gunman said, one guy is approaching him, and two people are crossing the street. And this guy, Mr. Papas, here, let me do it this way. Okay. Okay, so we got two people. Let me go over here. We got two people crossing the street. So here's the street, and they're going across it. And here's the street. Two people are going across it. They're going this way. They're going that way, across the street, this way. And then a guy, you can see in black, comes out of the parking garage and walks towards them. Okay, so whoever Mr. Papa says is saying that this guy over here said, oh, look, we got a couple right here. What couple? It's one guy. Why would this guy, two people, point to a guy coming at them and say, we got a couple right here? Whoever Mr. Papas is dumb, because obviously it comes from here. This guy is coming this way and says, oh, look, we got a couple right here. Because there's two, right? And he's the one who deploys the pepper spray. So another man says, he's macing you. He's pulling it out. The sound of pepper spray is audible, followed immediately by 2 gunshots. So whoever Mr. Papas is lying. I don't know who Mr. Papas is. The man in white and another man dressed in black can be seen crossing the street, apparently to confront Mr. Danielson and I don't know who Mr. Danielson is and Mr. Papas. But they're crossing the street to go talk to someone else, is what they're saying. And then a third guy comes in. So here, let's look at this again. Crap. Nope. What am I trying to do here? There we go, that one. All right, so here, let's look at this again. All right, 2 guys crossing the street. All right, 2 guys crossing the street right there, 2 guys, and then the third guy in the black shirt, white pants is walking toward them and shoots them with pepper spray. All right. The 2 people walking across the street, the guy in black with the white shorts walks towards them and uses pepper spray. So Michael Raynal got murdered executed by gunmen, by hitmen, for doing the same thing that a private security guard did. And it happened because Donald Trump ordered the code red, ordered that guy murdered. Donald Trump is a traitor and a criminal. And if you follow Donald Trump, you are a traitor. Let's see. So you have to know, we're not dealing with like this is a lot more real than I think a lot of white people want to believe. We have brown shirts, armed brown shirts wandering the streets, attacking people at random. And they're generally backed by the police. And we can see they're backed by Donald Trump and the U.S. Marshals. So we got Proud Boys backed by the U.S. Marshals and Donald Trump, like patrolling the streets for people they don't like, to murder them. Yeah, so remember what happened there? Remember what happened in Portland, though? Or in Salem? Remember this? That guy's a Proud Boy. And he's attacking me right there. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Here, can I zoom in? Okay, now wait for the pepper spray to come out. There I am in the green shirt, or the green shorts and red shirt. Now he's gonna come attack me. Look at, he's gonna come forward to attack me. He's got his pipe right there, you see it? That's Jeremy Roberts. That's Jeremy Roberts. And he's gonna pepper spray a woman for no reason. Watch. Jeremy Roberts pepper sprays this woman for no reason. That's Jeremy Roberts. That's Jeremy Roberts. Hey, I know that guy. Oh, that's not it. That's Jeremy Roberts. Jeremy Roberts. Works at UBC Local 1503. Oh, really? Jeremy Roberts. That's Jeremy Roberts. That's Jeremy Roberts who pepper sprayed someone for no reason. Look what Jeremy Roberts said about himself. Jeremy Roberts said, yeah, he's a huge liar. And he's a Nazi. Jeremy Roberts is a huge liar. And he's a Nazi. And he pepper sprays women for no reason. Wow, what a piece of work. Jeremy Roberts. Hi, Jeremy Roberts. Wow, do you still have a job? That's pretty unfortunate. Look at him. He pepper sprays a woman for no reason. He just nukes her for no reason. So remember, people got shot for doing this. A guy got, 2 people have been killed for doing the same thing. Watch this guy do the same thing.
Hold on, there's a car coming. Where were you at?
Like right where they're standing. They're not trying to start to.
Oop. You see his pepper sprays right there. You see him reaching for it? Reaching for his pepper spray. He's holding his pepper spray. And then he just shoots people with it for no reason. He just shoots people. Look at that. For no reason. Remember, 2 people have been killed because they did this. 2 people. We don't have weapons. BLM isn't carrying weapons in Salem. But these guys are. These Proud Boys are carrying weapons. 2 people have been killed for doing what they just did to us in Salem. And the police have done nothing about it. So remember, where was it? There's what there they are walking with the AR-15s.
Oh, you're why'd you go dumpster diving, dude? I don't drink that fucking shit. You don't drink this? No. This wasn't yours.
That's their AR-15s, and then look at their and the guy's got it in his hand. His pepper spray. You see it? Right there, that pepper spray. That orange can. That orange can is pepper spray. Yo, I gotta fix this. Yeah, so these guys are messing around with weapons that will get them killed. I mean, if you if you shoot someone with pepper spray, you might get shot in retaliation. I want to clear something up real quick. The Jay Bishop I thought was Jay Bishop was actually a different Jay Bishop. I thought this dude was the dude who got murdered. Because I have a video of him talking a bunch of Nazi stuff. But the guy who got murdered in got killed in Portland was this guy. He's the Nazi that used pepper spray. So this guy who looks all happy, oh yeah, he looks so happy. He looks so nice. I wonder why someone would shoot him. Why would someone shoot such a happy-go-lucky guy? Oh yeah, because he fucking used pepper spray on people for no reason. That's right. That's right. Look at this nice guy. He just used pepper spray on a bunch of strangers for no reason. That's why he got shot. He's not a nice guy. So I have to make a correction. These are both Jay Bishop. He goes by Jay Bishop. But this Jay Bishop, the video is different from this Jay Bishop. They're both Nazis. They're both Nazis. That's the key. They're both Nazis. But I just want to clarify that. Yeah, that guy was a Nazi. Okay, what else do I got? What's this? Yeah, Rudy Giuliani is trying to spread Russian disinformation. Like we all know, he got a bunch of information from a Russian oligarch, and now he's trying to use it to smear Joe Biden with it, and it's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's like a rehash of what happened with Hillary Clinton. It's like the exact same thing, except no hacking yet. What else do we got? Georgia, dude. So voter suppression. What's happening in Georgia is something called voter suppression. What does voter suppression look like? Studies show that for every additional hour a voter waits in line to vote, their probability of voting in the subsequent election drops by 1 percentage point. So if you were made to wait an hour just to vote, then the chances of you participating in the next election drops by 1%. So if you had to wait an hour, you're less likely to go vote again, which is exactly the point of voter suppression. They want you to not vote. That's the whole point. Republicans do not want Americans to vote. That's why Republicans work so hard to stop people from voting. They do not want Americans to vote. So in Georgia, we can see the voting lines is like a 3 and 6 hour wait just to vote in Georgia. Why? Why? Well, because they use stupid electronic voting machines, which can be hacked. That's one thing. They use voting machines that can be hacked. They close the polls so that there's only a few places to go vote at. And yeah, and so there's very few places, and they use a broken voting method of automatic voting machine or electronic voting machines. So again, another picture, 5+ hours to cast votes. Well, if you check the white areas of Georgia, they don't have 5-hour wait times to cast a vote. It's only for black areas because Republicans don't want black Americans to vote. They're suppressing the vote. They're Confederates. Her name is Viola Hardy. She got in line at 6:20 a.m. and she was still in line to vote at 11:15 a.m. Who's got time in the middle of the week to sit for 5 hours in a line? I mean, don't you have to go to work? Like, holy crap, they're doing this on purpose.
Just people passionate about
No, I
voting?
think people are just really ready to vote, and it doesn't matter how long it takes, we will stand in line to vote. So I think that's the most important part. We're voting like our life depends on it.
Well, because it does. Her life does depend on it. She is not a white American. She can't just ignore racism. She can't just pretend that, oh, it's too hard to deal with. No, she's black all the time. It never goes away for her. So yeah, she's voting for her life because Donald Trump is set to, and the Republicans are set to end it. Look what the obstacles that Republicans put in her way to stop her from voting. Just for her, because she's black, her county has a vote line of 5+ hours. If she were white and lived in a white area, she'd have no problem voting. But because she's black, the Republicans try to stop her. So yeah. Now here, let's look at what the other trick Republicans are trying to do. This is a huge tell. A GOP strategist tells Bloomberg that Senate Republicans don't want a big stimulus bill now because they want to pivot hard to austerity under a Biden presidency, which could cripple it. So, in other words, McConnell doesn't want, and Republicans don't want to pass a COVID-19 bill to help Americans. They don't mind passing trillions of dollars of relief for businesses, but if it helps Americans, no, they don't want to do it. They would rather wait until Joe Biden becomes president, and then they can say, oh, the deficit, we can't do this, it's the deficit. Oh, you Democrats always spending money. We can't do it, the deficit. But for some reason, the deficit didn't seem to matter to Republicans when they were in power. It only matters when Republicans come into power or Democrats take the presidency. Watch, it's happening right in front of your eyes. It's happening right in front of your eyes. Here, look. Oh, dude. Haha, okay. Here, it's happening right in front of your eyes. Where's it at? Right there. Okay, open with. Oh, man. Here, this way. Is that gonna work? No, paint isn't up here. Here, like this way. Okay, there. Yeah, nice. Ooh, what? All right. Who increased the debt? So under Reagan, it exploded to 189%. Under H.W. Bush, it went up 55%. Under Clinton, it only went up 37%. It went up the least amount. And then under W. Bush, it went up again to 86%. And then Obama again brings it back down to 35%. So what that looks like is this. So 1980 is when here. Okay, so 1980 is when Reagan takes power. So this is Carter, or Ford, Carter, whatever. Okay, and then you get to Reagan in the 1980s, and then the deficit explodes. All right, and then under Bush, it's up high, Bush, and then you get to Clinton, and then it goes back up, and then you go to W. Bush. All right, and then we have the financial crash. So it goes like this for right for Obama, because there's a financial crash. So Obama inherits this horrible economy and then manages to drag it back down. And then Trump takes over and then brings back the deficit again. So Republicans increase the deficit, Republicans from here to here were 1980. So from here to here. So increase 1990. Increase 94, and then Bill Clinton takes over, and then it shrinks, and then W. Bush, it increases, and then Obama decreases, and then Trump, it increases again. So it's funny to hear Republicans talk about austerity, because remember, the reason why the budget is all messed up is because Republicans gave the wealthy a giant, huge tax cut, When Republicans controlled all three branches of government, they gave a tax cut to the richest people, and when Democrats controlled the government, they gave health care to as many people as they could. So that should show you the this is mass shootings. That will show you the priorities for each group. Republicans prioritize cutting taxes for the wealthy, and Democrats prioritize helping as many people as possible. So, I mean, maybe not always the Democrats are nice guys like that, but so what else do I got? Jeremy Roberts. The Republican majority responded by changing the rules to allow for filibusters of Supreme Court nominations to be broken with only 51 votes rather than 60. The precedent for this action had been set in November 2013 when Democrats, who then held the majority, changed the rules, lowering the threshold for advancing nominations to lower courts and executive branch positions from 60 votes to a simple majority, but explicitly excluded Supreme Court nominations from the change. So what happened is, during Obama's term, Republicans stopped him from doing anything. And they point to Democrats saying, oh, well, you did it first. So let's look at here. Let's look at that. Oh, wait, this is the wrong one. This one. So let's look at this way. Okay, so from 2007 to 2010, Democrats controlled the House and the Senate. So they're the ones who are able to like throttle the appointment of federal judges. So this is under Democrats. The last 2 years of W. Bush's term, he got to appoint 10 representatives or 10 judges to the federal courts. And then when Obama took power, the Democrats let him appoint 16 judges to the court. But when Obama, then we get to the last 2 years of Obama's term, and Republicans controlled the House and the Senate. Republicans only let Obama have 2, and then they kept 30 from Obama, his last six years. They kept 30 from him, so he couldn't fill it. So they could save it for Trump to fill with Republicans. So Republicans changed the size of the court and changed the rules for appointing judges so Republicans could pack the court. And that's what they're doing. Republicans are packing the courts. So Democrats have to pack the courts again just to undo the packing that the Republicans have already done. All right, I've been going for an hour, and I'm just not feeling it today. I don't know what else to talk about. I already talked about Judge Barrett. Judge Barrett sucks. I don't know what else to talk about. Look, he picked all that wheat. So maybe let's go check to see if it's been deposited in the correct location. There's my wheat. Oh yeah, see, now it's up to 31. It was at 60, and now it's at 31. So hey, it works. He's just real slow about it. Maybe I should make a second one. So there's 2, because yeah, he's really slow. I mean, I need a lot more wheat than I need carrots, dude. I'm overflowing with carrots. And then, yeah, melons. A lot of melons. Ugh. Bone meal, wheat. What's wheat doing there? What are you doing there, wheat? Beetroot seeds? Beetroot? Man, why aren't you guys getting picked up? Wheat seeds? Pumpkin, what are you doing here? The carrots are overloaded, man. All right, well, okay. Anyways, stuff is going down. Donald Trump was joking that he'd have to flee the country if he loses the election. But that's the thing about Donald Trump. He doesn't joke. So he probably is thinking about fleeing to Russia into exile. But he'd have to take his whole family because they're all criminals and they're all going to go down when Donald Trump isn't president anymore. So it'll be hilarious, but we might see Trump flee to Russia. And when that happens, Republicans, Republicans will be done. Anyways, make sure you vote, right? I'm going to probably do a pirate broadcast later on today just for voting because I'm going to go get my ballot. And then I'm going to show you, everyone, how we vote by mail in Oregon because it's awesome and it's safe and it's secure. All right. Until then, I will check you guys later. All right. Pogo Kiddo out. Peace.